What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Just finished watching Pewdiepie's video where he gets the 100 million play button. The Ruby Diamond play... is that what it is? The Ruby play button. I know that for sure. I didn't actually know what I was going to do for today's video. Just kind of felt like doing a video. So, I figured I'd tell you my inspiration so far. Sorry, I gotta adjust the cool air. It is hot in here. When I first started YouTube, I obviously, if you watched the 1 year on YouTube video, I started out wanting to do music. In high school, I wanted to do music. I applied for K-State, and I wasn't able to make it in. And then I tried out for, what was the name of the school? By the way, it was another school in Kansas. It was in Salina, Kansas. And it was a private Christian school. And I tried out for them. I played saxophone. When I tried out for them, I got into the band, whereas at K-State I didn't. But I got into their band, and I didn't have the money to be able to pay for it. The original cost was $39,000. That's a lot of money. But even after they went and after grants and scholarships they were adding on, it still costed about $3,000. And my family couldn't help. So I just ended up staying at home. I worked at McDonald's at the time, so I was a manager. And then after that, actually during my senior year, I got a Twitter account, and this shows my obsessive personality, but I would like to think it's called passion. I decided to finally get an Instagram and Twitter account to be able to follow Hailee Steinfeld, my favorite artist. And I was so happy when I first found Hailee Steinfeld, because I finally found an artist that my family didn't know and somebody that nobody else around me knew. So I felt like I could be original following her. And I love seeing people grow too, so that's why. Little side note, I go in and I watch old videos of people's, like Mr. Beast videos. I'm back 3 years in the past, and he's still got a lot of videos. I plan on doing the same with Bayfield at some point. He said that's a lot of videos, but as much as I'm on YouTube, I don't think that's going to be... It'll probably take me about a year to get through the rest of the year to get through Mr. Beast, and then I'll start on Bailey's. But back to the timeline. As soon as I downloaded Twitter and Instagram, I found out on Twitter that about a month or so later that Hailee Steinfeld was going on tour with Charlie Puth in the summer of 2018. So I found that out, and I really wanted to go. At the time, I was thinking about going into the military, Air Force, and the issue or if I was going into, actually no, I wasn't thinking about that yet. I was thinking about going into K-State band, and I was thinking that the closest meet and greet was in Kansas City, and if I was going to college, that would be during band camp, and I wouldn't be able to go. So then in March, I purchased one for Chicago, July 31st. And it was against my parents' will completely. They didn't want me to purchase that. They wanted me to wait. I didn't want to because I didn't want them to sell out. Eventually I got to the point where I went ahead and bought the meet and greet tickets and the tickets for both my grandpa and my cousin Paige and myself to go to Chicago, and I bought one meet and greet ticket for myself. Well, in hindsight, that was a waste of money. During high school, during my junior and senior year, I wanted to just start doing a music career. That's why I tried out for those 2 colleges. Eventually, it got to the point where I realized I wouldn't be able to pay for either one. So I stopped filling out the paperwork. Now, that was a mistake on my part because I later found out that at K-State I could have still gone to school there as an undecided major. So I lost out on that. I also lost out on another opportunity for free college. I regret it at this point. But I later, after I finally decided that I wasn't going to be able to go to college for music, my parents have been trying to convince me to go into a branch of service. So I finally agreed in like June or July. I'll backtrack a little bit, but hopefully this doesn't affect the audio because it's hot in here. Let's see if I can adjust this. No? Oh well. Okay, well, you just guys are gonna the English stuff, people, things. Check 1, 2. Okay, come on, level it. The cringe. The absolute cringe. Alright. So, hopefully that works. Is it slowly? No. Keep me in the light. Okay. Hopefully that works for a while. Alright. So. I do apologize. I should have said at the beginning this was going to be a long video. But please bear with me. So during the summer, my grandfather and my cousin Paige, my grandfather decided that he'd be more comfortable going to the Kansas City one instead. And around that time, I had decided that I wanted to go into the Air Force. Later found out because I have ADHD and because I was taking medication that I couldn't, or that not that I couldn't. It's that I would be it'd be more difficult for me to be able to get in because I was reliant on it. Now I don't need my morning medication, so I could probably go in now, but things have changed. I'm a settler a lot of times. I just want to let you guys know that once I'm comfortable, I don't want to get out of my comfort zone more than most people think. So eventually I got to the point where we went into the recruiter. Ignore the whole half sentence that I had before. We went into the recruiter, and that's when we found out that it would be less likely for me to be able to get in because of the medication situation. But my secondary issue was I didn't want to try and actually go into service until after the Kansas City one, which was in August 9th. So eventually I got to the point where we got up to the day where I went to the concert. And yes, I really did waste money whenever I bought the lunches for Chicago. Actually, I had just become a manager as I went about 2 weeks before I went to meet Haley Steinfeld. But as of coming back, because I want to save the meet and greet day for another video. As we got back, I wanted to decided I wanted to try and do music. And I'd seen other people do a little bit of music. I found out that Shawn Mendes did some clip and it went viral. So that's kind of how he became famous, that first little clip. So I thought maybe, hey, I could try doing music. I played piano in high school, one semester. I was marching band section leader my senior year. I was in band for 7 years, and I played multiple saxophones. So I figured, hey, I also had a good electric guitar. So I figured, hey, I'll go ahead and try and make my own music. So I actually went ahead and bought stuff for making music. Like, I bought an adapter, I can't remember what it's called right now. Essentially, I bought the mic stand, the pop filter, the cord, the intake thing to put it into your computer that connects to the mic. I brought everything but the computer itself. And if I would have bought the computer, I would have been trying to make music. But after my parents, I wouldn't say necessarily discouraging. It felt like they were discouraging, but I suppose in their eyes, and the way I've kind of seen it now too, it's a slap in the face of reality. And like, I talk to people at work, like I tell them I started YouTube originally to do music. That's why if you look back at my videos, you have music videos. So if you want some absolute cringe, go watch those videos. But sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought and thought about what I got to be doing after this video. So, oh man, my YouTube influences soon began in November of 2018. I don't remember what happened between the last video I posted before I restarted, and now, or the last video I posted and the time I restarted. So, well, then I started watching YouTube, and I started out watching Azzyland. And then because her boyfriend was Kwebbelkop, I started watching him. And because of Facebook, I started watching Alonzo Lerone. And then I watched a couple people who did like fan theories on like the CW TV shows. I think I've unsubscribed from them now, but it was like Emergency Awesome. I don't remember the other one. Then one day I came across a YouTuber who I thought it was crazy, but his thumbnail had him in the backdrop and all the way around him being Orbeez. The title of the video was, I filled my friend's backyard with Orbeez, with 100 million Orbeez. No, not 100 million, 1 million Orbeez. So I clicked on the video. That's when I started watching Mr. Beast. I remember watching that video. After that, that's when I subscribed. After I watched that video, I watched a number of other videos, like can 100 microphones break glass? Can 100 leaf blowers and balloons float a person? Last to remove your hand from the car gets the car. The last to leave the circle challenge. Giving my paying for a car with pennies. Mr. Beast. That's when I started following him. Later on, I found out that he was doing stuff for Pewdiepie. Sub to Pewdiepie. And a little mention, I started doing TikTok because Mr. Beast didn't. Well, not because of that. I was playing Call of Duty, and an online friend of my dad and I's mentioned TikTok. And so after he mentioned it enough times, I finally got into it. I looked into it. And I remember the first video I did on TikTok. Now, granted, being in front of a camera was really, really awkward whenever I did YouTube. So if you look at a lot of my videos, I close my eyes because I feel like people are looking at me. So once I did, I got on TikTok and I saw this person, Stella Rose, and she has a YouTube channel with her husband, Hank and Sarah. But I got on TikTok and I saw that video and I found out how to duet somebody. Actually, no, my first video wasn't that. It was me trying to dance and do a duet without knowing the logistics of it yet. So I faced the complete wrong way when doing the video. So then one of my next videos was duetting with Stella Rose in my giant flash head costume. Or just a head. I didn't have a costume. I still don't have a costume. So I was like, ooh, that looks so fun. I'm going to try it. So I did it. And it was so much fun. And I really got into it. It got to the point where I was obsessed with it. And I mean, I'd seen an ad for Mr. Beast about TikTok before. So, I mean, eventually I probably would have gotten into it if he would have done more. I eventually found his TikTok as well. I came across a now famous TikToker and started following him in his lives. Dominique Datana and Josie Pimenta. They both have YouTube channels as well. So I was talking to them. I was really a big supporter of them. They were doing Hey Josie jokes. Those are funny. I have some of my cheesy jokes from them. What do you call a cow with a twitch? Beef jerky. Sorry. Oh, I'm cringe. But it's worth it. Then I got more and more and more into YouTube, into TikTok, and I got obsessed. So I kind of stopped watching YouTube for a while. Then in January, I got back into it a little bit. I remember seeing posts on Instagram of Mr. Beast saying, if you buy merch for the month of January and February, we'll fly 4 fans out to do a video with. Actually, before that, I remember him doing a video where he brought in YouTubers to do paintball. I actually thought about doing that, but I'd stopped YouTube, so I didn't think I was able to. At this point, if he did another one, I'd be like, dude, sign me up. Because being in a Mr. Beast video would be amazing. Not that that's my end goal, because just having a community is my end goal. Having people know my name is an end goal. I feel like that's for being famous, but I just don't want people to forget me, if you know what I mean. And I mean, I know you guys probably won't unless you guys decide to unsubscribe. Even then, I don't know if you'd forgive this cringe. Maybe my YouTube name should be Cringe Master. The idea. Goodness gracious, I'm already at 19 minutes. Well, eventually I met a friend in Virginia. We talked and we talked and we talked, and so I started drifting away from TikTok. But I was trying to get really into it. Like, I bought some crazy stuff that you might see in future videos. Like, absolute crazy. One of the items I bought right before I left Kansas, because I'm in Georgia now, was this. It was on clearance at a Spencer's, so I bought it. Get one item and get, it was all, anything that was on clearance was one item, or you pay for one item, the highest price item, and you get two other items that are on clearance for free. So later on, when I wasn't watching TikTok, I decided, hey, I'm gonna go back to YouTube. So I started watching Mr. Beast again. Somewhere in there, absolute brain fart. Somewhere in there, I started watching Mr. Beast saying Pewdiepie 100,000 times. That's where I have one of my video ideas. I started noticing all the things that he'd be like, subscribe to Pewdiepie at the end of his videos. So, because of Mr. Beast, I finally decided to subscribe to Pewdiepie. And, like I said at the beginning of the video, he just got his 100 million Ruby play button. So, that's a lot of people. Sorry, I had to kind of clear my throat. I decided to subscribe to Pewdiepie. Now, I remember watching a video of Pewdiepie beforehand, and he was reacting to one of Azzyland's videos. So I remember watching that, and then I remember watching Azzy react to Pewdiepie reacting to Azzy. Inception, I know. Maybe someday I'll do a video like that. I don't know. Then what else did I do? Then when I met a friend of mine and we were talking a lot, she was going live on TikTok, and this was back in January. I'm sorry, I'm kind of backtracking. She was the one who helped me decide. I asked her to go live for me on a third day in a row, her third live ever. I was like, hey, can you do a live so I can talk to you? I wanted to talk to her about essentially helping me decide if I wanted to move or not. And so she did help me decide that I was going to move. So I moved to Georgia with my family. That was in April. And when I got here, it was awkward to try and do TikTok videos, so I kind of just almost completely quit. At this point, I haven't posted a video since July, and here it is September. So I occasionally jump on and watch lives. Like I watched a live last night with Josie and Dominique. I don't even know how many fans they have on that app now. They have a lot. So that's why I said they're kind of famous. I kept watching Pewdiepie, and the year passed. Almost a year passed since starting YouTube. But right before it happened, Pewdiepie started his Minecraft series, or his Minecraft playthrough. So I watched that until the week. I kept watching that, and eventually I saw the video with Pewdiepie and Jacksepticeye, their last together collab, because they still have a playthrough with them together. And so I started watching Jacksepticeye. And originally when I heard of Pewdiepie, and I thought that essentially Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and Pewdiepie were all together. Well, then Pewdiepie did a video with Cinnamon Toast Ken in Minecraft, And then recently I've watched videos where all 4 of them are in it, or Kin, Jacksepticeye, and Pewdiepie are in it. So then I decided to subscribe to Cinnamon Toast Ken after the 2nd or 3rd playthrough. So then after that, I subscribed to Jacksepticeye, and I've been watching his Minecraft playthrough. Okay, so I'll be honest with you, I started playing Minecraft again because I saw Pewdiepie do it, and it made it extremely fun. So maybe at some point I'll do a Minecraft video when I can finally get myself a computer. I want to do a lot of stuff. So then, I keep saying so then, and then. Here it is, 25 minutes in. Thank you for persisting this far, if you've made it this far. Sorry, I gotta move this back over. My phone is overheating in the heat of the sun. And the video. So then I've been watching their videos, and then I saw Markiplier in a couple videos, and so I finally decided, hey, I'll check out Markiplier. And oh my goodness, that man is hilarious. The first video by him that I'd actually watched was the one right before he went to South Korea, which was here pretty recently. The Go-Gurt one. Or the Sour Patch Kids and Go-Gurt one. So he's starting to become an influence. So far, essentially my influences are for YouTube have been Azzyland, Alonzo Lerone, Kwebbelkop, Mr. Beast. Oh, I forgot about Bayfield. On my birthday, I messaged Bayfield. I was aware that he had a YouTube account, but I hadn't actually started watching his videos until I was like, hey, can I do a merch review? Because I found out he did merch. So he was like, sure, yeah. He tried to give me a 10% discount, but because I ended up having to pay through the site, I wasn't able to get it. I'm not worried about it, though. We've got a strong relationship, my dad and I. I'm just going to refer to him as his dad now, okay? Just okay. Then, I started watching Bayfield before I started watching Markiplier. And I'm being as active in that community as I can, and will continue to be, as far as watching his podcast, his Patreon, his YouTube, his Twitch, his Mixer, which I didn't have either one of those until I met Bayfield. So, I mean, he's got connections. I don't want to use him, but he can. I know if he wants to, he'll help me. And I don't want to. I want to do videos with him. I'd love to do videos, but he's a single kind of person. So. I accidentally hit a button with my foot. Yeah, my influences are Bayfield, Azzyland, Kwebbelkop, Mr. Beast, Alonzo Lerone, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, and now Markiplier, and Cinnamon Toast Ken. Let me not forget him, because I feel like he's not appreciated as much as the rest of them. So, I mean, yeah, that was kind of the point of my video, saying who my influences were. Apologize for the video taking so long. I like to talk a bit with all the ums and yeah, so then, all those words. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. Please comment that you made it this far. I really would appreciate it. It means a lot to me, especially it now being a 30-minute video. If you guys let me know you watched it, because you guys really don't understand how much one view equals for me. To be a monetized channel, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. And this video being a 30-minute long video, if you've made it this far, that means just you alone, just you. That's about how, 2 of you, if we'll just do that, 2 of you have already knocked off 1 hour, so I need 3,999 more. That means if 8,000 people watch this video, which I highly doubt they'll watch from beginning to end, I will have the 4,000 hours of watch time. But I'm going to stop saying share my channel, because I feel like that's just me nagging or begging for subscribers. If you guys would share me with your friends, that'd be very much appreciated. You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm not holding you against anything. Okay? I'm talking to you. Okay? Okay. Well, again, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Expect a video out Thursday, which is 2 days from today. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to figure it out. Still got ideas flowing, little by little. I almost did a video yesterday, but I didn't have much of an idea. That reminds me, I have a video idea I need to write down. So, again, thank you for watching to the end of this video. If you would, please share me with your... I've already said that. But, alright. Thanks. Bye.